Hi there, my name is Carrie Atkinson. I'm the founder of Sock It To Me. I have some of my product right here. You've probably seen it in New Seasons or Powell's Bookstore, some of our customers. Let's see, we sell, socks with a bunch of funny things, like unicorns with rainbows shooting out of their butts, ninjas doing high fives and high kicks. It's really fun imagery. I got into the sock business via being an English teacher in South Korea. So after I graduated college, I went to Korea to teach English for a year. And while I was there, I would buy the socks from the vendors on the street there. I never thought of it as a business idea, but I remember the socks being really nice quality and really affordable. So I came back to the United States after my year abroad and my college degree, and I thought the world was going to hand me this job that I was looking for, the salary job with benefits. And for 2 years, I was looking for that job unsuccessfully. So I came to a point where I had to create my own job. The job market wasn't creating the job that I wanted, and so I had to lean back on my entrepreneurial history and start my own business. I had many ideas in my head, but the one that kept rising to the surface was the sock idea, was the socks that I found while traveling in South Korea. So I had several months of deliberation, and I eventually bought the $800 ticket back to South Korea. I found their wholesale market, and I bought 10 of the red sock, 10 of the green sock, 10 of the striped sock, 10 of the argyle sock. I brought them back, and my first weekend back, I went to the Saturday market here in Portland, Oregon, in my 6-foot by 6-foot tent with blue tarp walls, not very fancy. I sold at the Saturday market every weekend for 2 to 3 seasons, and I had a really brisk business. A lot of people wanted the product, and I kept ordering more, and I kept bringing in more, and there was demand. There was demand for the product that I had. While I wasn't selling at the weekend on the Saturday markets, I went to a couple boutiques locally and asked them if they wanted to carry my product. They did. They placed orders. A couple weeks later, they reordered. The product was moving for them. So I was getting some momentum. I was saving all my money from the trade shows and the Saturday market, or from the boutiques and the Saturday market, and then I eventually went to the trade shows, international trade shows. And I started selling wholesale, and that's where I got clients nationwide and globally. So fast forward 10.5 years, which is how old we are now, we have about 25 full-time staff, multi-millions of dollars in revenue, double-digit growth year over year, national distribution, global distribution, and we're just rocking and rolling. Our offices are in Southeast Portland, 21st and Powell, and it's been a wild ride, and that's kind of what I'm here to talk to you about, is the wild ride and how to recover from those wild times. Because as an entrepreneur, you will certainly run into turbulent waters. And so my experience with turbulent waters and my Wilson that I go to is, and these are big turbulent waters. So this is the process that I use is, I be kind to myself. I give myself a little space, and I process what has happened and what is happening. I try to assess the situation. How do I go forward? What can I do? And I'm just gentle with myself. And then I reach out to staff. I reach out for help. And if that's a business coach, personal counselor, colleagues, coworkers, friends, family. And then you got to get back on the horse, and then you got to dust yourself off, and you got to get back on the horse. Essentially, is how I do it. And I've had 2012, 2013 were really rough years for me. I had 2 double whammy bad things that happened. The first one was a personnel issue. I had a really difficult personnel issue. And it's causing me tons of stress, tons of anxiety, sleepless nights. It carried over a holiday weekend, or like the Christmas and New Year's. It carried over those holidays when everybody's supposed to be happy and joyful. I was sad and stressed out. But through that situation, I got to my Wilson, and I gave myself time to process, figure out what was going on. I reached out to a business coach who helped as a mediator. I reached out to my personal counselor. We worked through this difficult issue, and eventually we came out and decided that it was best that this person and I just part ways, and that's what we did. I'd say 7 to 8 months later, 9 months, I got the biggest whammy ever. And I got knocked way off my horse. My partner of 9 years who I trusted completely. I found out that he had started a competing sock business without my knowledge that looked very much like mine. He was using the same manufacturer that I had introduced him to. He was exhibiting at the same trade shows that I had invited him to previously. I was devastated. We knew each other's family. I mean, we started off as rookies together, and in 9 years of a relationship, I find out about this. I was floored. I was physically ill. It still gives me goosebumps now thinking about it. And so I was taken aback. And I had to give myself a lot of time to process this. I tried to make sense. Why did this happen? I couldn't understand it. I still can't understand why it happened, but I gave myself a lot of time. I was really gentle with myself. And then I reached out for help. I reached out to my colleagues, more so this time, my coworkers and family members. And I mean, it was a 7-8 month process before I could really shake it off. But I got through it, and I got it back on the horse, and that's what you're gonna have to do. You gotta get back on the horse because you're gonna get knocked off, certainly you are. And as Jason said earlier, people are really important. It's really important to reach out to people and ask for help, and it's not bad at all to ask for help. You need help. And I mean, with a team of 27 people, of course I can't do it by myself. We all work hard and get it done. And that's essentially my advice. Thanks.